What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on the channel. Today we have the FPL Game Week 12 preview, and this is how we're going to be lining up. We don't really have much choice, to be fair, and if Semenyo is actually out, he was left out of the last international game for personal reasons, but it seemed to be it was just his anniversary with his partner, so not too sure what was going on there, but he is flagged. And as you can see, Dan Burns' red card means that he's not a fieldable option. Again, I mean, Newcastle have City at home, so I don't think he would have been that good of an option, so to speak, because I think City should run rampant against the Toon. And Gabriel is obviously injured from international duty with Brazil. They have the North London Derby against my Spurs this week, and they should win that fairly convincingly, I would have thought, but we haven't had any concrete news on Gabriel yet, but I think it's safe to say he's probably not going to play against Tottenham. At the time of recording, it doesn't look like he will be featuring there. So I will be keeping him unless it is just, I guess, a 10-week injury, just for argument's sake. But for me, it seems as if he's going to miss 1 or 2 weeks, he's a player you're going to want back anyway. And we all know selling price and purchase price works a little bit differently in FPL. So, I mean, for me, I think I can stash him on the bench, even if it is a 2-week injury. But, I mean, it's just annoying that he picked that up with Brazil on international duty. It happened in, I think, the 64th minute, so to speak. But that's just really annoying because, I mean, Arsenal, defensive asset, they're doing really, really well at the moment. And Gabriel has been absolutely killing it lately. So it's quite annoying that, I mean, he did pick up an injury when he wasn't even playing for any of our FPL teams. But I guess these things happen over international breaks. They always do. And our first bench spot is technically our only fit player at the moment, and that's Elliot Anderson. So if one of our outfield players does not, I guess, start or isn't fit enough to play, then Anderson is going to come off the bench for them. Hopefully, we can do a little bit better than game week 11, where we scored 41 points and dropped to just outside the 300k mark. We're going to line up, obviously, like this. Raya in goal at home against Spurs. I think Spurs do score, but I don't think they score heavily. I think Arsenal win that maybe 3-1, 2-1. Then we have Cucurella of Chelsea away at Burnley. They should win that. Van Heck is at home against Brentford. Munoz away against Wolves. Semenyo at home against West Ham United. Sarr again away to Wolves. And Buemo, our new signing, he is at home to Everton. And our last midfield spot, I'm just going to play Tiani Reinders. I mean, he scored for the Netherlands whilst on international duty, and I'm hoping that he plays against Newcastle and then maybe doesn't play in the Champions League. I think it will be one or the others. So I don't think he's going to feature in both matches. I think he'll play a full 90 either against Newcastle or in the Champions League for Man City. So hopefully it is the full 90 against Newcastle. Haaland, obviously, he will be our captain unless we go with Mateta, who, as we know, has Wolves away, and Walter Marte has Man City at home. There's no thought to play Anderson over Walter Marte. I mean, Walter probably is on pens, considering Gordon is still injured. He withdrew from international duty. So I guess, yeah, that's the reason why we're going to play Walter over Anderson. And I mean, I'd rather play the forward than a box-to-box midfielder. It's just as simple as that. Lining up in the 3-4-3 because we're quite limited with our formation this week due to the injuries. If I could change it, it probably would have been Gabriel on for Rangers and we just play a 4-3-3. That's the only change. But besides that, again, we planned next week to go Burn to Van Dijk, and hopefully Liverpool show something in the ways of a clean sheet against Forest this week. It is at home. I do think that they will keep a clean sheet. They should. If they don't, I probably still will go Burn to Van Dijk and then we free hit 16. Unless something drastic happens and we free hit 13, which is next week, but I don't think that will happen. So for game week 12, we're currently sitting at 303k, hoping to score a little bit better than what we did in game week 11, which was before the international break. We scored a 41, not the best, and yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse to be fair. But we're lining up 3-4-3. Haaland at this point, I'm 70% certain I'll captain him. It could be Mateta. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome if we did go in Mbeumo, new signing, captaincy Hall there at home against Everton. But I think I can't look past Haaland right now. He's just in insane form. Again, scoring for Norway on the international break and putting them into their first World Cup in however long. No idea. And he equalled Lewandowski's World Cup qualifying stage record of goals with 16. Like, that's just insane. Absolutely insane. So at this point in time, we're going Haaland, captain. Again, I mean, I don't blame anyone who does go Munoz. I think Wolves are in a little bit of trouble at the moment. And I can completely understand why you would go Mateta. He's been in fantastic form. Even if you're feeling, I guess, Bruno, if you own, fantastic option again. But for me personally, I can't look past Haaland at this point in time. Relatively happy with how we've set up. Obviously, it's not what we had envisaged. International break injury curse hits us. Gabriel injured. As I said, it would have been Gabriel on for Rangers and we would have lined up in a 4-3-3. But, I mean, you can't foresee injuries. And it was just, I mean, Gabriel's never injured. The fact that he got subbed and there hasn't been an update yet, little bit worried about that. And obviously not believing everything that you read online also. So there's not much more we can do, but I do believe he'll be out against Spurs. Give Spurs a better chance to win, but let's be honest, we're probably not winning that game. And overall, I don't think we will lose too much I mean, Anderson v Rangers. Rangers purely for that attacking threat. I know Anderson did score, but it was a penalty and Callum Hudson-Odoi was off the field. So he would have taken that if he had have been on the field. Anderson, we thanked him for his 9 points last week. Probably does get DEFCONs, but I'm going to chase the upside with Rangers and hope that he starts. And then, as I said, the thinking behind that is that I think he starts one of the 2 games coming up for City and in the Premier League and in the Champions League. And I'm hoping that he starts against Newcastle, plays the full 90, and then is arrested in that midweek fixture that they do have in the Champions League. And that would be best case scenario. Hopefully, an attacking return. I mean, we've kept the faith so far. They have fantastic fixtures. We're not going to be selling yet. So hopefully he returns the love that we have shown him. Guys, that is about it. We are pretty much done for our Game Week 12 preview. As always, if you haven't checked out the Supercoach EPL video, make sure you head over there, check that out. If you haven't had a look at any of our game day stuff involving the EPL or the BBL, make sure you do jump on. It's loads of fun, and it's like card collecting cross fantasy sports. It's sick. It's good. Check that out. But let me know what your plans are this week. If the injuries that have happened over the international break have changed your thoughts, have changed your transfers. Are you still lining up the same as you were, I guess, at the conclusion of Game Week 11 to now? Or have you had to adjust, maneuver, use your team's flexibility to change things up a little bit? Let me know down in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you're ranked. Let me know your transfer plans. What are your plans for the future? And as always, guys, have a fantastic day. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the website at supercoachswordplay.com.